Welcome to another episode of Out and About with Trev. Sorry that it's taken so long to get it up. I've been fairly flat out the last couple of months, and I've had a lot of things going wrong. Had some things go right as well, so I'll get into that a bit later, but it's just been tricky. As you can see, I've got part of my engine torn down in front of me, so that'll give you a glimpse of where things have gone. I detailed in the last episode that I needed some help. I had my trailer was sitting at Reservoir, and my next door neighbour, where I used to live, my next door neighbour there, he was looking after it, and I just had no way of going picking it up, and all my tools were down at Dandenong in storage, so it was tricky. And out of the blue, a mate of mine I've known for years, and shout out to Craig. He just messaged me. He said, "Look, mate, I'm going away for a few days. Would you like to borrow my car?" And I was like, "Well, okay." So thanks to him, I was able to borrow his four-wheel drive and go get the trailer, get all the tools, and ultimately be able to get the engine out. And it was funny because I was really sure I'd done something drastically, like I'd broken it. I mean, the thing is, people don't understand, this thing was in the process of seizing. It was shutting down, and I turned it off. I must have just turned it off in the nick of time, because it looks like I got away with it. And being an aluminium engine, everyone says, oh, they're fragile. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I was surprised because, it got really, really hot. And so my initial thoughts, and I'll detail my initial plans, because once I got the engine out, my idea was go buy a second-hand engine somewhere that's done maybe half the Ks that this has done. This thing's done 450,000 Ks. So I thought, let's get something, put it in, and that'll get me on the road. And because I live on top of it, that's important. I thought that'd be a good thing. And then my plan was I could take the heads off this one, get them machined. I'd say over the next 12-18 months I could get them machined, maybe put new valves through them, and then get a whole head gasket, timing belt kit, whole box and dice. And then later, when whatever I put in the car has problems, I'd have all that ready to go, and sort of be off the road for a week, and then I'd be going again. Good plan. I thought I'd found an engine. There was a guy on Facebook. We buy a lot of things on Facebook, so don't laugh at me. I bought the car off Marketplace, so there you go. I found a guy. I had a page, a business page, looked legit, had likes and comments and everything. Had an engine, gave me a price, delivery price, everything. It all sounded very legit. Gave me a bank account to deposit money into. I did it in 2 installments. So I did, I did 800 and then 700, and so $1,500, and then the guys disappeared. So I was scammed, and that hurt. I was really looking forward to it. I went from, at the start of the week thinking, oh, I'll pay this. Next week I've got an engine, thinking 3 weeks down the road I'll be turning the key and starting it. And it was a real kick to the teeth. So I had to rejig after that. I've been on to everyone. I've been on to the fraud squad at the bank, and I've spoken to various agencies. That's been the whole, you got no idea. But to this day, I'm not expecting them to find it. It's gone. So what do? I'm not going to hold my breath. It'd be great if it turns up, but I'm not going to hold my breath. So then I thought, well, let's go into money-making mode. I had a big sort of August, September planned, and so that was cool. Got to a point where I had about $1,200 in the bank, and I thought I found another engine, and they were wreckers in Queensland. Got them checked out. I really checked them out, and they went and sold the thing the day before I had enough money to buy it. So that was frustrating, and I was like, I'm just sick of it. And at that point I thought, well, I've got some money sitting there, what can I do with it? And I've decided that I pulled the rest of this apart and had a look at the crank and everything. Can't find anything broken or anything really damaged, so I'm doing another rebuild. And I've just ordered a big kit. I've got a heap of stuff coming. Whole new timing belt kit, head gaskets, bolts, new valves, because I've got 2 sticky valves on one of the heads. There's no damage to the pistons, but there's sticky valves, so that's a thing. So I'll replace them, new valve guides, everything. And then, when that comes in, I'll be able to whack all this down. I'm doing new main bearings, new big end bearings, Not that there's any damage in any of them. Actually, the bearings look great. Even all the timing belt and everything looks great. But if you're going to tear an engine down, you may as well put all new stuff into it. So that's what I'm doing. So hopefully, when everything comes in, I'll be able to put it together and turn the key, and it should start. I've got a little sensor. I've ripped the lead off, so I've got to fix that. I've got to get a new radiator, a new battery, and I've got to put a lift kit through it. But we'll see. And just got to jack the back up because the back sagged a little bit, and especially I'm going to be towing a trailer from now on. That's going to be tricky. From a while back, I had plans to put the rooftop tent on the trailer, and that's going to happen. Next week I'm going to get the steel for that, so that'll be happening. And then I'm going to make some boxes, so I'll have a bit of a kitchen, be able to store all my tools and everything, because I've got to cart everything so I can, next time I've got everything with me. It was hard enough trying to organise people once, let alone do it twice. So I'm going to make sure I've got it covered for next time. And then that'll also mean later, later if I get in a position I can buy a different car, well, I'll be able to do that. So there's all sorts of positives in it. Sorry, I got a bit of a cook throat here. So yeah, that's where that's gone. I haven't had anything go on me GoFundMe, but that's alright. Part of the reason it's taken so long is because of, I'm working with a tight budget, so here's the GoFundMe if anyone wants to help me out. I've still got things I've still got to get. I mean, the lift kit's like $500 or something. And I've spent $1,000 on gear already to fix the engine, so it's all happening. Some people have asked me, did I really get scammed? Like, hey, yeah, I really got scammed. I didn't go to the casino. But so that's where it's at. Hopefully in the next couple of months, it should be pretty exciting. I should get the rooftop tent on the trailer, get all that all set up, get the car going again. I also detailed in my last episode that I'm suffering really bad plantar fasciitis. That kills me every day. But I haven't been able to do any bushwalks or anything. I have to walk a kilometre from where I am to the bus, and coming back it kills me. But hopefully once I get the car on the road, that'll change because I'll be able to drive to the train station and things like that. So that'll be good. But because I can't do any bushwalking, I've had to rejig the brain, and it's going to be exciting. I'll feature it on upcoming episodes where I've got some water-based adventures planned. I'm going to buy a kayak. So once I get the rooftop tent off the car, that'll free up the roof racks there. I'll be able to whack a kayak up there, so it should be pretty cool. So that'll be a bit of fun. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. People would have noticed that I've mentioned a heap of time I was planning on doing the Australian Alps walking track. That's just on the back burner until I can get my plantar fasciitis sorted. And I don't think I'm not sure I'll ever get round to it, to be honest. I just feel like I've chased this thing enough. I never wanted to chase it in my 50s, but here I am. And we'll see what happens. But for the moment, in the next 12-18 months, that's the plan. And I'll feature a lot of it on the channel. I hope to put more regular stuff up. The next episode is going to be hopefully putting an engine together and starting the car. So that's just a bit of a wrap up of where I'm at and what's going on. And it's been good to have somewhere to set up. I mean, I appreciate the fact that I've got friends up here that let me do that. Otherwise, I'd be who knows where I'd be. And being able to do the work on the car here is good. That works. And yeah, hopefully in the not too distant future I get to drive out and I can be in some more impressive campsites and things like that. And the other big thing that's been happening is through it all, and it amazes me, is that I got my book out. I got the first book out at the start of the year, or in April, and then I got the second one out recently. I'm working on the third. There's a whole Facebook page, so check all that out. Got a new promo. That's also on the YouTube channel. So that's developing and growing, and hopefully that can grow and go somewhere. I don't know where it's going to go, but what it's doing. But I've had my first international sales recently, so a couple in Japan, a couple in the US, so that's a start. And I hope everyone enjoys the story. I think it's a cracking tale, and it's only the start, and it's got quite a bit to go yet. So if you haven't jumped on board that, and here's the links. And like I say, there's a Facebook page and everything, so I'll have updates and when things are coming out. Hopefully book 3 will be out at the end of the year. I'm working on it right now. I've got about 140 pages to go, and so I'm tweaking it. It's getting there. But anyway, guys, that's just an update on where I'm at, what's going on, and yeah, I've done some cool stuff recently. I did a big presentation, walking my shoes thing. I was at a conference. It was the Victorian Indigenous Statewide Homelessness Network. The Indigenous are overrepresented in terms of homelessness, so that's a real problem. And some of them are doing it really, really tough. And there's a lot of people doing it a lot tougher than what I'm doing. Technically, I'm homeless, but I've got a nice tent to sleep in, so it's not too bad. And I've got a fridge and solar panel and all that, so it's not too bad. There's lots of people doing it very, very tough. So this was a conference with the people that work on the front line. I was able to do a walk in my shoes presentation. Went for 45 minutes, and then Q&A. Detail when I was homeless in my van, and that's featured on the YouTube channel as well. I featured some of the cool bushwalks I've done, some of the impressive places I've been, and then talked about the Subi and the book and where things are going in the future. So, and I got a rousing reception, so it was pretty cool. And I got more of them coming up, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. But look, thanks to everyone that comes through and has a watch. Like I say, this is just an update on where I'm at, what's going on, and right now I'm waiting for gear to turn up so I can rebuild my engine. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.